Alright, are we streaming? Oh yeah, yeah, we do seem to be streaming. Hey, that's cool. Surprise, surprise. Okay. And learn to ladder. Well, I can't seem to change the title of that YouTube one. What have we got on? Here we go. Oh, it's whatever. Who cares? Who cares about the title, because it's at least there's a ladder. So the objective of this is to play some ladder. Maybe even get good at some ladder. That would be quite novel. Quite novel indeed. So we're just searching ladder. I don't know we're going to get any immediate hits though. There's only 250 people online. That's a little bit low. But hopefully we will get a ladder match shortly. And I'll be playing UEF. I've got my snazzy UEF jacket on. Just because we can. Alright, let's just have a look at this ladder leaderboard. What have we got? We've got Thomas Hyatt leading Division 1. That's quite a significant number of games for him. 64 points. Feather with, well, that's, geez, 80 plus games played. That's crazy. Although, he's got to be careful because look at his rating, -11. I know in at least one game he was deliberately throwing the match to lose some rating. So, Mr. Feather, he's, oh, we've got a game. Alright, let's show it. There we go. Alright, we have even got a match going. Hey, that's novel. Alright, so let's remember how to play the game. Grab all 4 of those. We'll grab a couple of power gens. Actually, we'll go for 4 power gens for our ACU. I will drop the volume of the game noise just a little bit. There we go. So we'll go with 3 NGs and we'll throw out a couple of scouts. And who are we against? We're against sub-leg by 400 rating. So the theory is that we should be able to take this one out. But yeah, you never know. We have been playing pretty averagely as of late. Pretty poorly. Alright, let's grab a NG coming out of there. We're going to start him expanding. Well, actually, let's just let him do some of that true reclaim just for a minute before we get him started on a build queue. And then we've got our ACU here as well. So this second NG, he's going to head up northwards as well. And then we're going to start heading across this way. And I can't help but feel like I made that game noise just a little bit too quiet. Alright, so the third engineer is just coming out of the gate. We'll just let this guy reclaim for a little bit because we are short on power, because I went for 4 mass extractors initially. And then let's get this guy over this way, build that mass extractor, this mass extractor, and we'll just get those 4 built. But we are going to need something to try and keep them alive. A couple more NGs and then a couple more tanks now. I feel that would be a good move. And once we've got those 4 power gens underway, let's then move up across there. So let's go for the mix and power. Our power situation is just about under control at this point. There we go. So we can move away and what are we going to do? Yeah, we will throw that power down there as well. And we'll just throw a scout up that way. We'll start getting some extra factories down at this point. And for some reason my game sound has all but died. I've got lots of NGs after that to keep our game going. Alright, so I hope is everyone is going great during this ladder week. I don't know how many of you guys are actually actively playing Forge Alliance Forever, but it is, yeah, ladder week. Don't mind me while I get distracted by actually playing the game. I'll just send a couple of tanks up around to keep these guys alive. I feel like we're significantly missing out on game sound right now, which is odd. So we have 2 NGs on factory building, 1 NG on power spam. Hopefully that'll keep us reasonably balanced. We do have a hydro coming up soon, and I will actually need to get an air factory up and running, but I'm going to focus on these first. This is weird, I've got some game sounds, but only some. Alright, we've got another scout. Let's just put him up here just as another radar lookout for maybe bombers. Who knows? We'll build a... build that and then build an air factory, please. What is going on with the sound? We'll see, we've got some sounds, but yeah, music. We can have a little bit of music effects, voiceovers, yeah. That's all fine. Alright, and then after that you can build that mix as well. We've got our little stream of spams going to start heading out that way. We do need a little bit more power though. We are running a little bit short on power. Let's just do some tree reclaim with this NG and this NG here. We've got a stream of spam going out that way. We've got the ACU who is gonna land on this island soon. We'll get established with a couple of factories. Over there, we're finally getting out to this expansion here. And let's just push up a little bit over this way. Try and make sure we've got the area a little bit more secure. And we'll scout. This is really late. This is just indicative of the level of gameplay. But anyway, we've got a couple of tanks ready. We'll move those guys up. Getting those extra mixes up and running. Guard with that tank. And our NGs have got a very poor rally point here. Very poor rally point. How many factories we're going to end up with? We're going to end up with 4 spamming land factories. We've got 1 for NGs. Feel like we can probably withstand a few more. We'll get some adjacency on this mass extractor. We'll get a few factories to supply units across to the right, and grab a couple of NGs out of there to build radar and things. Now we've got a scout, so let's go and find out what this guy is doing. Alright, send that NG up there, and then we'll follow it up with this one as well. Just in case we need it back up, we'll move up. We've got that completed. Let's start a spam queue. We'll do something like that. As soon as we get an NG out of here, we will throw down a radar to spot any incoming. How are we looking? Just a message there from new guy. Yeah, I'll fix it. Alright, so we are actually going to get this build queue completed, which is nice for that engineer. And actually, let's go up here and what have we got? We've got a little bit of expansion out that way. Alright, let's just send a bunch of troops across there. And let's just make a spam queue to head across to the right and just get all 3 of these factories spamming that away. How has he not taken this expansion yet? Wow. That's a bit slow. Alright, and yeah. Well, this is a little bit of a slow game so far. We've got things set up. Let's just grab some interceptors because I completely forgot to build inties. Alright, so we've got a line of tanks rolling up that way. We actually can't do a lot in here because there's no units to take out, which is interesting. Alright, a couple of Mantis on guard over here. Those are Mantis. And once we've dealt with those, we'll... let's just send more troops that way. Well, looks like we've got a bit of an opening on that left to push in reasonably hard. Which we find we are wasting mass a little bit, so let's get a couple of NGs out over this way. And we'll start a little bit of a spam queue up here. We don't have to worry about mixing any AA in at the moment because my super high level of gameplay says we're not up to that yet. Let's just take out that scout. We will want a few more NGs in here. All three of those are spamming away. Let's start upgrading though, just in case this goes to a longer game. Alright, let's get in here, take out these three guys, then move in. We've got 8 tanks in there versus 3 Mantis. We should be able to take them out one by one. This is crazy. The few game sounds that I do get are crazy loud. Alright, so most of the game sounds are completely absent, but some of them are, yeah, way louder than they should be. Alright, let's grab that NG there and come across here. We can grab a few more NGs out of that factory. And unfortunately he's building Medusas out of that, which is really not the best idea against a swarm of tanks, which are oppressing you. We've even got a artillery in there, so let's go and target that point defense. And let's mix in a couple more scouts into that build queue so that we can look to do something about it, about scouting, because our scouting game is just a little bit sad. A couple more factories, just for good measure. And it looks like this guy was really slow to expand and really hasn't done a lot. We do need to mix or get a couple of... Oh, sitting within range of that PD, that is not a clever move. Alright, we've got a scout out. Let's just check out what's going to happen. Okay, he's got a Jester, defensive Jester out, so let's send some interceptors against that. And it looks like we're just going to send all of our troops up to the right. Let's actually retarget that rally point across to the right, because at the moment the right is going to need a little bit more attention. Alright, interceptors are slowly taking out the Jester, but there's just no pew 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 at all. I just don't know what's going on with the sound. It's crazy. Alright, now we've taken that out. Let's run around there. Have we got another scout out yet? No, it doesn't look like we have, but we need to get away from that ground-based AA. I had a feeling, yeah, there was a T1 PD down there, which, because I forgot to build any transports, or I want to build a transport to get some Lobos up there. It's probably the fastest way I can do it. Just build one transport, and let's see, let's collect a couple of Lobos. Oops, we are looking like we're under a little bit of attack here. So let's throw down emergency point defense. Oh, we are very low on power. After you've done that, build a couple more power generators. And just in case anybody is in any doubt when you are watching me play, this is not how it is done properly. If you look at my rating, it is nowhere near pro level. So this is just one way you can play the game. Let's just leave it at that. Alright, so it's a little bit not handy having those game sounds completely missing. Push up on the right hand side here. We've actually got a whole stack of Lobos in there, so we're just going to deal with that T1 point defense. Let's get, oh yes, this power is just about up and running. Got a nice surplus, we can resume production on there. He's got a couple of Medusas in there, which is a little bit annoying. I might just pull back the SU because he's not going to be hugely beneficial. Well, maybe. I just don't want to risk him getting caught out. Alright, let's not run directly into the fire. Eh? Let's take on this army first. Alright, we've got one PD up and running. Oh, it's just absolutely zero pew pew pew. It's terrible. Grab a couple of reclaimy engineers out of that factory. He's going to back on up. He's got quite a lot of AA mixed into that. So that is a little bit silly. Since we've got our Lobo on hand now, we'll do that. We'll throw down a AA over here just because we can. And there's a little bit of air stuff going on there. So how many interceptors have we got? I feel like I still just need a little bit more power to be able to run that second air factory. Actually, I need a little bit more power than that because I am actually going to overflow mass if I'm not careful. That is a terrible thing to be doing. Let's force a little bit of a fight. Has he got any mobile AA? I don't think he's got much in there. Perhaps we'll just wait. Alright, that is down, so let's charge on in. Where are those Lobos? Come on, do some work. Ah, the ACU is down at that point there. And there we go, there's our mass overflow. This is exactly what you do not want to be doing. And I should probably get some Tech 2 at this point. So I'm just going to grab this factory, move him up to Tech 2, get some T2 NGs. It is actually really late in the game to be doing that, but when you're not playing pro level, it's not so bad. Actually, I need to not stream those guys in so badly. They're going to lose terribly because they are just streaming in one at a time, which is a really bad thing to be doing. So we'll factory up, try and get a way to spend a bit more of that mass. And I think if we group ourselves nicely, we can come in for a second pass. We've got a lot of units coming in this side now. We've taken down that point defense. There's another PD up and running there, which is interesting, but we're definitely going to need to slow down the air production, get a little bit more power up, and actually let's assist that T2 upgrade to get that T2 factory online a little bit quicker. Now it's his turn to run directly into my static formation, so that's going to be to his detriment, which is good. And I feel like, well, we've got pretty good map control right now. I will have to watch out that I don't miss anything happening in the air. But those game sounds will be really handy to have. Sure, it's just a temporary glitch, and next game we'll have game sounds again, hopefully. Actually, we're actually wasting a ton of power. Well, not wasting, but we're upgrading a whole lot of mixes from all that mass overflow that we have. So that is costing us significant amounts of power right now. So once those actually have finished their T2 upgrades, we're going to balance out on mass and we're going to have quite a surplus of power. So hopefully we can get a bunch of T2 up and running. What's the best way to push T2? Oh, I'm just going to slam this entire formation of T1 into that. That's not really the best idea. Let's get a few Lobo shells, focused fire on that auto gun. Hopefully we can take it down real quick. Yeah, there we go. So that is going to overwhelm him at that position. We are losing interceptors because we are stupid. We are making a little bit of headway there, but there's another auto gun. Let's just back on up, everybody. Back on up and use our range to take that thing out. And this game is pretty much over. And now we've got plus 200 power, which is heaps. Grab some scouts and fly overhead, see what is what. We'll just focus those mantis, get rid of those. It was quite nice actually. We haven't had to reinforce that side at all with that initial bunch of units. And we'll just push right on up now because game is pretty much over. We'll get in here. And yeah, I'll count it as a win. Oh, hang on, he's got his rhinos up and running. So I guess we should spam pillars, and we'll probably just drop the pillars, to be honest. It's probably the easiest option. Let's unpause those two factories, and I'm actually going to spam a couple of transports out from there. I'm going to grab these 4 factories, and I'm going to stop. That's the main spam to the right. We're going to go up to T2, and then we're going to spam pillars. We're just going to store all our pillars up in the base, and we'll transport them out. I don't know if it's even going to last that long because we are going to catch his ACU out with a huge amount of T1 spam, though. Did we? No, we didn't manage to finish the rhinos off on this side, so those rhinos are going to meet their doom. But I just think he doesn't have the numbers. Of course, he doesn't have the numbers. He's going to be completely surrounded. The only thing I'd have to watch out for would be a bit of a snipe, so I might just chuck the commander in the water. He's got a reasonable T2 eco going on in here. He's got 4 mixes all capped, 5. I've took out T2 mixes down here, so he'd put quite a lot into eco. Let's just move up past the ACU. We're probably going to see some spam of some of those rhinos coming around the top, so let's just get some pillars out over this way. Yeah, just assist that. Actually, we don't even have a radar up, so let's just put a radar in place first. But whatever, just because we can at this point. And we'll chase them down. And that will be 2 more points for me in ladder week. Haha. Alright, we'll just focus fire that ACU, and he goes down very, very quickly. GG. Alright. And look, I'm even wasting mass. Oh, I got some sound. Tiny bit of sound. Alright, so there we go. Another match done for ladder week. So that's cool. And how is the ladder looking? How is it looking? Actually, the camera is over it there. Yeah, we might check that out a little bit later because there's actually another Another person searching ladder. Let's see if we get any more sound this time. So it was miserable last time with no pew-pews. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Let's go power gen. Oh, we have to move to get to that mix. And then we'll go for another power gen. We've got the hydro out here. That's a little bit further away than I would like. So I'm probably going to go up to 5 power gens. Get a second land factory. We'll grab 2 more. And then we'll go third air. Let's do something like that. And oh crap. Okay, so we'll have, I think we'll go with 3 NGs. We'll grab a couple of scouts for radar coverage. We'll build a single defense tank to start with. NG tank, NG, NG. Alright, and I seem to have lost some game sound. It's definitely screwy. Alright, let's go up this way. And is there any reclaim? Yeah. So that after that, let's go and reclaim that. So we've got 2 mixes, then reclaim. We've got our next engineer out the gate. We'll come down this way. There's a whole swag of mixes. We'll go down this way. This is the one we want to keep alive. So let's set our rally point up this way. I've got our 3rd engineer. Let's go and grab a couple of bits of reclaim and then go after this hydro. And we should hopefully just not quite bottom out on energy. If my calculations are correct there. Well, they're not quite correct, are they? And you couldn't expect them to be correct. Alright, we've got a couple of scouts, so let's just send them out this way to try and spot any guys coming. So we're going to really focus on keeping this NG alive down here. And we've got our tank out here as well to guard him, so let's bring that in. So we're going to get started with our main spam out of this factory here. We're just going to send that directly to the center just for now. And we've got another tank coming out, then we've got some more engineers. Alright, so this tank, let's just send them up this way to keep this NG alive, because it is something we want to keep running. How many? Yeah, so that will be the 7 power generators, 71 power gens, but oh, we've actually started that hydro now as well, so we're going to have a little bit of a surplus of power, but that's okay. We've got 1 NG up this way. Let's get him building out towards the center just because we can. And this next NG, we're going to come in here and probably put down a radar, which will be good, and then maybe even try and sniffle that hydro, because that would be fantastic. And then we'll get 1 scout out of here and we'll give him some scouty orders to try and figure out what's happening. Alright, let's grab these 2 guys and go on a little bit of a raid. Let's go looking for the engineer. Thinking. Let's just head up this way and then back around like that to try and pick him up on the radar for that scout. And we'll just keep an eye out for any blips coming in here. We'll put that tank somewhere where we can react. That'll be good. And we've got our scout out now as well, which is great. Let's get some more factories up and running. And you can do a little bit of power spam. Oh, actually, we don't need that many. And we'll just send that tank down this way. Here we go. Oh, that's not a tank. Okay, so now we know where his ACU is. And what is that unit? Come on! Oh, that was totally in vision range. Totally within range. Okay, so the ACU, we're going to have to move him down here. And we've got quite a bit of play coming down the bottom here. So let's grab what tanks we can and send them down this way. That NG is now in peril. So let's just use them to reclaim while we get the area under control. That NG is definitely in peril as well. And what am I doing with my eco? I am doing very, very bad things. Okay, so I'm going to have to waste some of that on a bomber. And, oh man, I have screwed this up. And who am I against? 1-1, 800 rated. Oh dear. Mistakes like that are not really something that will fly. Alright. Let's get the radar down here to try and give us a little bit of vision. Let's come up this way. And we'll also come through the center because we will be aware. Let's just slap down a radar actually just to try and get a bit of eyes on. Alright, so we've managed to clear out that raiding party. Oops, this is... Fortunately the ACU is coming that way, but this engineer is gonna need to come over and probably rebuild the radar over here. Where is a radar? Let's go after his power and radar over here, eh? That will be a good idea. Has he built? No, it looks like he hasn't actually built an air factory. Alright, let's try and take out his power. Let's try and sneak some guys into there. And hey, what's going on? Build the radar. Oh, I'm still just burning mass. What am I doing? Alright, there's a few too many. Oh, actually, no. We can do it, we can do it. Oh, what terrible play. Where are my engineers? Why am I not building more factories? What a terrible, terrible plan. Look at all that mass I've got that is not converted into factories. Alright, I can see there are quite a few tanks coming in that way. Let's just try and distract these guys by coming back into their base a little bit. I'll use the bomb for that. I'll take this out and then I'll move over here. And I'll get some more NGs out from there. Still reclaiming in there, that's nice. But I might just actually... Alright, let's move that ACU up and use them a little bit more aggressively. Put another one of those down there. So we're still making some little raids down there. We have successfully drawn away a decent group of units there. Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible stuff. I didn't even get a single pass on that factory. Why the heck not? Okay, he's built a factory, which is interesting. Looks like he's trying to go for a little bit of a proxy base. So I'm going to move the ACU in this way to cause as much grief as I can for him up there. Alright, there's fairly even numbers. Oh, see. Do they cause friendly damage? Oh, they sure do. Wow, that was a fail. Oh, again, I've got no sound. I should have a commander under attack notification, but I have nothing. Oh, this is a bit dicey. I don't have anywhere near as much reinforcements, I don't feel, as he does in the vicinity, and I'm burning mass like a mofo. Oh, what a chump. Let's just get some bloody factories built. Oh, useless. Look how badly I'm doing. Did I get that engineer alive? Oh yeah, I did keep that engineer alive. Let's move up this way. Let's take out that engineer that's trying to rebuild. So we're doing a reasonable job at suppressing his eco over here. But I'm going to get surrounded. Oh. Yeah, this is not looking great. Although here, I'm not sure if he's brought his ACU up, which means my spam with my ACU and not his ACU, that could work quite well. Well, yeah, maybe. Getting really annoyed at the lack of game sound though. That is really starting to bother me. So it looks like he didn't bring his ACU up, but he's probably converted all of his mass into units, and I have done no such thing because of this absolutely terrible gameplay that I'm exhibiting. Absolutely terrible. We will create a couple of, well, a scout at least. We will be able to surround and take out those guys, but we're going to need some more assistance down here. So how long is it going to take for me to rebuild this up here? That's a real question. Let's try and get that engineer away to safety. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, but you never know. Alright, so we've actually got a lot of engineers, or a lot of reclaim that we could be doing now. And, oh, that's a lot of units. I've just done such a bad job at converting mass into spam that I can't see how I expect to win this one. Even though he's rated a little bit lower, but too much mass, 3 more victories. Yeah. So I did eventually sort of figure that out, but just doing a really bad job of it. Let's go and chuck another radar up here because I like to be able to see what's going on. All right, and this is ACU. I've actually got a reasonable amount of spam there now, but my ACU is way down here. Let's just back it on up a little bit and bring our ACU into the game as well. Let's just take these guys out one at a time, see if we can pack them off. That would be fantastic. Do a bit more reclaim. We're still getting a little bit of reclaim up there. Bring my ACU more into the fold. This is going to leave an absolute ton of reclaim. And look at that, I'm going to have to divert. Nah, see, I've totally lost this because I had everything, all my eggs in one basket, totally focused. And I won't even be able to save that NG. I might be able to save this one if I hide him in the corner. You never know. Alright, so I'm going to have to push up there. We're diverting a bunch of units that away. We've got some more factories which are idle, I believe. Let's just help out this factory, and this factory is going to spam northwards. We're going to have to go around that way to try and catch them. We are not getting good value for our spam in there, but we should be able to get all of that reclaim. Where are the reclaim fields right now? Let's send this guy out to reclaim up here. Let's send this guy out to rebuild. Okay, so that is actually going to work. Let's get another radar down over here just because we can, because that would be good. And look at all the reclaim that I'm starting to grab. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Oh, but look at all the spam coming. Really wish I had those notifications right now. At least the commander under attack notification. It's getting a little bit tedious. Alright, let's get that rebuilt. Oh, he's not actually managed to rebuild all this stuff up here. It's interesting. He's coming in for another attempt at a run by, and well, yeah, kind of succeeding. With that reclaim, it's reasonably well balanced. My eco is. I wonder if I can punch in here. What I could do with is a little bit more scouting. Yeah, something like that. He's going to have a bit of a hard time getting all the way in here and actually doing a lot of damage. Need to continuously rebuild. He's taking out that hydro. We've got another NG. There's got to be another NG. Alright, let's keep pushing. Oh yeah, we're slowly whittling away. That was dumb. Alright, just get him to patrol so he can reclaim as well. We'll send those guys down that way. We've got tons of tanks rolling through the center here. Let's get out here and rebuild. Rebuild. Alright, so I think what a good goal of mine should be to try and get around the back here where he's not concentrating his army. He's finally come to deal with that Lobo. Alright, so we are rebuilding slowly, yes. We definitely need a little bit more reclaim though. How's the reclaim fields looking? That's pretty good. Let's get in here and reclaim. Alright, we've got another engagement happening there. We need to consolidate a little bit better. How's his eco? He's got 1 T2 mechs. How's my T2 mechs faring? I think it's got enough HP that it'll survive any run-bys. Let's grab that and do a little bit of patrol down there. Let's try and clear the center out. Let's put a factory up here to get a little bit of energy production going on. Alright, send you that away, send you that away. Let's try and clear out all the factories and things in the center. I really don't have the mass for a T2 shift right now, but I would like that. Would like to be able to do it. I'm going to lose that NG. Alright, we should be able to clear that center out. Alright, lots of mass. Oh, there's some game sounds even. No, I don't know why the game sounds are so terrible right now. Alright, he's got a bunch of guys rolling in that way. Build a whole stack of NGs. Let's see if we can get that one working. Oh, he's continually throwing away units though, which is interesting. I need just to hurry up. Oh, he controlled K. What? Why did he control K? Because he couldn't win in a short game. He was doing so well at suppressing my eco, though. He's continuously killing all these mixes up here. I don't know. Still counts as a win, though, for ladder week. E-storage and Dundo. Yeah, that would probably be good. I was not really using my commander too much for combat, although he was up in the front line, so maybe I should have done that. Anyway. Well, that's 2 more points for ladder week, so got to be happy about that. There we go. Alright, there is the ladder week table. Let's see what the leaders are looking like. So Thomas Hyatt, 64 points, 73 points to Feather, 68 to Crumb, and 39 to Division 4. So Division 4 definitely a little bit lackluster in their push for ladder week points. Alright, looks like there's heaps of ladder going on right now. Got to be happy about that. And game. Crimson Feud, okay. Alright, so we'll start off with that land factory. We'll get, I'll go for say 3 NGs. And then a couple of scouts, another couple of NGs, 2 more. And then finally we'll put some tanks out for defensive. We're not going to be too raidy on this one. But we will try and get that hydro done really quickly. And we've got game sounds again, that's nice. But how long it'll last, I don't know. Yeah, Edmundo, that battlefield that I had in the center there that I was just able to contain and keep control of, that was huge. Alright, so you are going to come out, you're going to build that, and then you're going to go, I think, straight up for trying to steal this mass. Let's do that, and then you can go straight for mixes around the back. You can go for this way, and I guess I'll send my ACU across to the right-hand expansion. Alright, let's send a scout up to see if we can spot anything coming. And might as well put a central scout out as well. Look how much of the map that radar covers. That's crazy. Try and grab those mixes. So we've got all the rest of this expansion covered. We've not got any of the reclaim yet. Yeah, hopefully we'll be okay if the NG can come up and grab that unimpeded. Who are we up against? What the fuck? Sparta. Or WTF Sparta. Oh, what to do? Oh, that Selena's gonna... Oh, he's cloaked. There we go. So he's set to hold fire. But, yes, I know he's there. Alright, let's send a tank up this way to try and keep that NG alive. We'll send a... Oh, we've got an engineer that's not doing anything. Because we're no good. Oh my god, look at that. Okay, this NG is going to die if I don't zip him off here. Let's use that scout up this way. Oh no, they've spotted it. I cannot escape. Unless he's given a manual order. Oh, look at that. Where's our second tank? Let's come up this way. Oh, look at me wasting mass. Oh, you know why? Because I forgot to build those factory things. What are those called? Factories, huh? Factories? See, that's lost me the game right there because yeah, you gotta build those things. We will be able to take that guy out. We're gonna go and grab. No, actually, don't do that. Let's start with a factory because wow, we have ballsed this up. Oh yeah, so busy worrying about reclaim that I forgot to play the game. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Edmundo's saying I should have like 4 land factories up and running before I move the ACU off, which is probably a good idea because of the like 0 spam that I have managed to accrue, which is crazy bad. But we're not going to give up. We're just going to play on. It would be ridiculous just to control K from now. Alright, so it looks like he sent that Tham across the right, which has done me all sorts of favours because he's just landed there. Alright, so let's spammy, and there is the not entirely unexpected bomber. We'll build a couple of those. Why is he not going after my engineers? What is he thinking? We'll just build engines out of there. We've got some tanks coming out now as well. So we're getting most of our spam is going to be coming out from this side. Why is he not building? Why is he not targeting my engines? That's just crazy. No, he's targeting the factory. What? Well, that's not the cleverest move. Well, this is a super bad place to build it, but whatever. Don't really want to put the power down there. Alright, so for some reason, he's focused on my factories with his bomber. It's just crazy talk. Alright, let's get a few more power gens because, well, we've got none of those. Okay, let's cancel that and build power gens over here as well. Oh. Alright, well, I might as well try and do something. Well, let's try and use the ACU as a damage sponge on this front line here. Let's go and test the center out. The left-hand side is ridiculously quiet. Ridiculously quiet. He's still got that Selene floating about. Let's use the ACU to dance around a little bit. Cause as much damage as we can. There's Zooies, so we'll keep on moving. And again with the no game sounds. Where is his ACU? Oh, there's a bomber. We really need to get that power situation under control so that we can... his ACU's in there. Well, that's not entirely unexpected. Oh, he's got the gun upgrade. He took all of that opportunity to do that while I was flapping about doing nothing. And obviously it took too many APM for his gun upgrade to really do anything else. Oh. Well, I might as well just throw whatever I've got up there. Let's mix in some AA. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that. Power, yeah, Windows. I was doing so well at remembering what to do in this game, and then I've completely messed it up because I was so focused on grabbing that early reclaim that I actually forgot to play the rest of the game. Look at my units streaming in. That's a terrible waste. I don't know why he doesn't just kill me, but yeah. Super lack of engineering power down here. I mean, what is the range of a T1 PD versus a gun ACU? The gun ACU is a greater range, is it not? I believe it is, which means that you will be better off not building PD if there's a gun ACU. Anyway, let's build a few interceptors. Let's pick off the ones that we can. I mean, this expansion is pretty much lost now because there's nothing we can do against that gun. What is that? We've got plus 65 power, which is not enough to really do anything with. I might as well send NGs off to re-expand. Just because we're not giving up. Never give up, never surrender. So interestingly though, I actually control 2 of the expansions, and he controls just his original expansion, which is weird. He's really not pushing very hard, is he? How are we going for interceptors out of this factory? Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, we'll build a bunch more factories over here. Just because we can. Why has he not just destroyed this base? That's just crazy. Crazy, crazy. Just use his engineering power up there. We'll use these factories as well. But we don't have any blinking power. Oh, doing such a cringeworthy job of this. Hang on, has ACU moved up to the center? So let's go. If you survive, you can do that. So it looks like he's going after my main base now, which is odd because actually I've got the least infrastructure there. And is that going to scare him off? That shouldn't scare him off. No way. Oh, are you serious, dude? Alright, let's just try and... well, look how much air he's got. Why is he not absolutely pummeling me with air? What is going on? What is his plan? Alright, we'll build a bunch of Lobos and send them over this way, just because that would be a good idea. And we'll build those guys just because we can. So he's gone up to Tech 2. He's got Ilshaviz. Why? What is his plan? Does he just want to go to Tech 3 and just make the game last as long as possible? That's just crazy. Oh, look at this, just vetting up that blooming ACU. Have we got enough power to actually get a storage up and running? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Let's throw one up here. I wonder if I could possibly force a draw. That would be interesting. What? This is ridiculous. Mix more RT in, 3 tanks, 1 RT. Yeah, how did I not die? I am a bit confused. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Where his Ilshaviz? Why were they not in there killing me? I guess it's probably the triple expansion that I had made up for it. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Ladder. Let's just have a quick look. So I've played a couple of ladder games. Where are we? What have we got? 12 points. Oh, crazy. I don't think I can actually scroll down that web view that's on screen at the moment, but 12 points. Not so bad. Yeah, that's crazy stuff. I really don't know. If you have Realtek drivers, you need to download official drivers. But I've never had this problem before. It has always, the sound has worked fine. I've cast from this machine and it has had sound and it has worked nicely. Oh no, let me just have a search, Realtek. Oh dear. So yes, so thanks Edmundo for pasting that link to the ladder stats. So that page is just for this week. So this week is ladder week on Forge Alliance Forever, and that means that we play lots and lots of ladder, and the ladder leaderboard keeps a track of all the games that we've played. It finishes at midnight on Friday night GMT. So for me, that's about lunchtime on Saturday. For the rest of you, it's going to be, well, anywhere around Friday night, something like that. And that is, yeah, that's the end of ladder week. And then we're going to shift on into the Legend of the Stars finals, which is going to be pretty awesome. So yeah, if you have a look at that ladder board, you can see that we've got all the collective scores. If I move my camera, there we go. You can see the top of the first division. So who have we got at there? We've got Thomas Hyatt. He has been going like a bit of a machine lately, up to 64 points, 16 hours of game time. So that hours played figure, that's just the game time. So that is from the start of a match to the end of a match in real time. So it's not the in-game clock, just in case you're lagging. It is real time. So he has been in-game for 16 hours, 25 this week. What have we got? 19 hours on Feather, 17 hours on Crumb, 11 hours on Killer Skiller, but that doesn't really count because Division 4 is being really lazy. You can see 39 points there. That's a lot more lazy than the other divisions. just having a quick look for Realtek drivers. Oh, I wonder if that would mess up the stream though, having the drivers switched out. Yeah, I'm not sure. Perhaps we'll just... I don't know, thinking about just putting some music on, but I don't really have any music prepared because I don't usually play music on this channel. So, I don't know. Anyway, let's, oh, there's someone searching for ladder. So let's just go and play that and maybe ignore the sound. I used to use Pandora because that was fantastic for just keeping a nice stream of music running. But alas, they shut it down. They shut it down for Australia and New Zealand, which is so sad. This auto match seems to be a little bit stuck. Oh no, there we go. It eventually did actually fire up. Woohoo. Alright. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so we're on Crazy Crimson Feud again. Man, I'm feeling like this is going to be a seriously laggy game if it's taken this long just to launch. Pretty sure it's not my machine, but you never know. The leaderboard, it actually is kind of set to just be ladder week. So this is a special event that I'm running for everyone. And it's just this Monday to Friday. And once that is completed, it's the end. There have been a few requests from people to keep it going and do something else with it. But as of yet, I haven't made any plans. So right now it's going to count up until midnight Friday GMT, and then it's going to stop counting. And that's going to let us get the winners nice and easily, which will be nice. And then after that, yeah, we'll see what happens with it. Yeah, I mean, the way the divisions work with it, it's just coded to read off the first ladder rating that a player has. So if you come in at say your first game of the week, you have a 600 rating, you're going to be placed in that division. So even if you play hard and you improve a lot, you're still stuck in that 600 rating division. So there'd be needing to be quite a few tweaks and things like that before we could actually make a bit more of a thing of it. So yeah, I mean, there has been suggestions that we should do something with it. So maybe we will. It's a little bit annoying though, because it does have a completely separate, it's like a completely separate system to the main FAF database. So it does mean that I have to maintain that completely separately. Alright, so we might be able to actually get that done. How is our hydro looking? Yeah, that'll get done just in time. So we're going to carry on and just do a few more buildy things with these NGs. And we'll get that second land factory up and running with the ACU. So let's grab that scout and we'll bring it over here to try and keep this guy alive. Yeah, thanks Slave Demise. Is that the demise of a slave, or you are the demise of slaves? Alright, we're up against, anyway, Salmon Pat. 884 rating. Actually, surprisingly, I'm back over 900 rating, which is kind of nice. We'll do that. I did drop a whole lot. We'll need a little bit of power after that. I dropped a whole lot of rating. Oops, there we go. There is a annoying little scout. Who are we up against? The Cybran player this time. So let's just keep that under control. Keep an eye on that guy. Hey, why is no power? No power. How did I manage to mess that up so bad? I did give up the power, but I queued it up afterwards. I will get a hydro at some point, soonish, but until then, yeah, whoops, let's just pause those. Concentrate on getting this power up and running. There we go, back into the green. Having the extra 40 from these two gens will definitely make a big difference. Let's just go and capture those mexes. And we're at a point now I think we could make it work. So AC is going to do a little bit of a dance. How lovely. So I've got one tank up here. I'll be able to keep an eye on that, maybe keep him safe. This hydro is underway. This factory can assist this one when it's completed. And we've got another NG out, so let's go and grab that. And maybe we'll pop a radar up here as well, even though I've got no power. And there's our sound. Actually, it cut out the music as well. Stay alive, please. No, you're definitely not going to stay alive. Let's back you on up. Let's respond with, say, 4 tanks up this way. And, wow. I have done it again. I have let guys into my base. I know why, because I didn't put radar up. Ah, of course I didn't. Let's get in there, finish off that Mantis. We need another NG. Here we go. Come and finish that. And then you can actually come and finish that as well. And then I'll have 2 NGs in the vicinity. That would be nice. How are we going for power? Yeah, not too bad actually. Let's throw up another radar up in this corner with that NG that's still alive. Let's move forward a little bit. We really need to get the spam game on. Oh, that's a problem. Move the ACU up this way because bad stuff is coming our way. You go and follow the ACU, give them a little bit of radar coverage. And you build more factories. Alright, so that ACU will be able to deal with those guys, but where's my spam? I have got no spam. What a terrible, terrible lack of spam. I see this guy probably knows what he's doing a little bit more than that last guy. Alright, let's keep this NG back a little bit because he will die otherwise. Alright, well, I'm doing so bad at this again. What it seems to be is that I suck. I think that might be the reason for it. Alright, so I've got all these factories working as fast as they can. But I just don't have anywhere near enough actual spam coming out. Let's just build some more power down the back. So he has got that expansion. I'm going to have to be a little bit more aggressive this way. How are we looking here? Has he built any air? No, it looks like he hasn't. So let's get a couple of bombers out, and we can hopefully go and punish them. Oh no, NG! No, 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 no! Where are you going? Where are you going? No, that's not what you should be doing. Alright, let's draw his forces a bit more towards the north. Okay, so we're going to get our ACU up there. We will get some reinforcements up beside him as well. We've got a little bit more spam coming online. Have we got any idle factories? No. We're finally spending all of our mass. Actually, we're spending more than we have, because we're a bit useless. Alright, let's just go and grab this reclaim because... yeah, terrible. Oh, we've still got this. Oh, yes, those T2 Rex are still there. Whoa, check that out. Try and take out that radar station, eh? Let's come over here, take out... Is there an engineer around here? Yeah, there we go. Let's try and do some damage there. Alright, down goes the engineer and the radar. Oh, he's gone Tech 2. Oh, of course he has. Oh, am I going to have a blinking Cybran T2 PD creep? Is that the name of the game? That's just crazy. Well, he still hasn't built much air, so let's just queue up a few more bombers. Oh, he's got flak. No, let's not queue up bombers. Just forget it. Alright, so you're going to have to come and fight Mr. ACU. You will need to be a mean, lean fighting machine. And we can actually kind of take this side a little bit more now. I'll just build a few more NGs. Alright, so with the support of those units, the ACU is doing a pretty good job of mopping that up. I did dispatch some extra helpers. Oh, there goes the PD creep. Oh, that's ridiculous. Okay, let's get this on here up to Tech 2. Let's get some NGs out of here. Alright, so we're going to have to fight to the sides because we are not going to have too much in the center here. And not too much luck against this T2 PD creep. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. Didn't see those coming. That's what happens when you don't scout. Oh, jeez. Alright, I will be able to chase him out of this corner, but Wow. Um, that is not a good place to be. Do I have a bomber left? Nah, I didn't end up having a bomber remaining. Oh, I've not got a power storage. Alright, so we've got our reinforcements rocking on up. But I'm still over half health, actually. It might make enough of a difference. And if we can get overcharge up and running and get some clumps of units. No, my power production is so low that it's taking forever to charge up and over. Oh, stupid PD creep. That's ridiculous. Well, I took this corner now, but jeez. Yeah, so what is the recommended strategy for it? Do I go T2 mobile missiles? Do I just try and push into it? Is there a nice clump of units? Not really. What a waste of power. Actually, oh, it's too slow over the side. I should have been a little bit faster. No, I'm going to have to fight him now. They are streaming into the fire. Let's clump those guys up. Let's get more reinforcements across the right. What am I supposed to do here? Let's just try and bomb out that T2 PD. What is the recommended strategy for dealing with this stuff? Dealing with these pesky T2 PD creeps. Well, I've got a whole lot of reclaim coming in actually. Let's just assist the crap out of these factories and just T1 spam it, I guess. Look at that bomber. Oh no, no, where are you going, NG? Where are you going? Oh, you fool. Oh, you send these guys over. Oh, he actually survived for a minute. That's interesting. So I feel I'm going to be pretty ripe for a Corsair snipe on my head. Alright, so what shall we do? Should we get a couple of flapjacks out? I guess that's probably the easiest way to try and deal with it. Throw that down there. Let's throw another radar up over here and then continue. TML is pretty good on 5x5. How much power does a TML take? I want to try and pack these guys real close together because there's no ACU to overcharge. And if I can get higher density of firepower, and that's going to eat those Mantis alive. Alright, we have a... Yeah, there we go, mobile missile launcher. Yeah, start there. Actually, start with him because that's probably an NG building. So let's start with him. Alright, he's still got air superiority. I probably actually don't need any more power, but what I'm thinking is another couple of air factories. Alright, because there's no ACUs overcharging, I'm just trying to pack all my guys in as close as possible to get the maximum amount of firepower. And that may be not recommended, I don't know. But I'm certainly going to give it a go. Because if I can keep them really tightly packed, that is going to eat their formations. And oh dear, we've got some guys coming here to the center now. Oops, here comes Mr. ACU. Let's throw down a single one of those. Let's get some units up here to support. Are those missiles being intercepted? No, they're not. They're actually doing their job. That's pretty fantastic. And that missile launcher actually needs to... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Wow, that's a ton of spam. We're gonna need a bit more to deal with that. And it's just slowly whittling away those stupid T2PD. I feel like another PD would be not going to miss. And what is that? Oh, another Cerberus turret. Oh, what a waste of time. Okay. Running a bit short on mass here. Reclaim fields. Nothing really within my grasp. Nothing really. Alright, might as well bring these guys up here. Just getting out spammed. Getting a report that the stream is not working? Is it still broadcasting? I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. I can probably pay a little bit of attention to it. Because I'm losing this match anyway. Let's have a quick look. Are we getting any stream? Is the stream working? Oh, okay, it's back now. Not quite sure what is going on with it, but it's a bit screwy. Oh, did I just overcharge the ground? Oh, of course I did. This is over anyway, but yeah, I'm not quite sure what's the deal. Come on, overcharge. Hit the damn... Oh, what is going on here? What is with this bloody terrain? It's ridiculous. I'm sick of wasting overcharges. Well, if I do survive this, I'm going to have a ridiculous amount of reclaim. And I've actually overbuilt power, so that would be very interesting. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab these two and I'm going to upgrade those to T2 and start pumping out pillars. We're going to throw down another radar because I probably lost the radar that I had. And now we're losing those guys all there as well. Okay, so the stream seems to be back on again. Not quite sure what happened with that. It's been a little bit problematic, I guess. Oh, there's some connectivity issues. Oh, we got those blinking Cerberus turrets. Just spamming. Yeah, let's just build pillars out of this factory as well. And now my ACU is within range, and I didn't get a commando under attack notification either. That's great. Oh dear. I guess we could try and get a T2 upgrade. Try and get a few NGs out and try and get a triad up to try and defend. Ugh. Alright, so we've got some NGs in there reclaiming at this point. That's nice. Alright, he's doing a full-on attack. So let's get in here. And this is the last stages of it because I'm just completely outspammed. Don't know what happened with the stream though. I just had to stop and start again. Maybe it's just a bit flaky. Well, at least I've got a bit of mass right now from all that reclaim. That's nice. My base is destroyed, but I have reclaim, which is nice. Oh, random pew, pew, pew. Yeah, really we'll have to try and figure out what is the deal with the sound there. Alright, he has done a bunch of damage. But now he's backing off again. Why? Why? Alright, so there's a couple of pillars in that mix as well. They haven't taken down my HQ, which is interesting. They've taken down a bunch of mixes. Let's just go and reclaim in there. Alright, let's just push in with these tanks that we do have. Those two pillars will get overcharged. Oh dear. Yeah, it's not really working the greatest, but what can you do? Oh, actually you can get that upgrade finished. That would be nice. Yeah, I've actually managed to retain enough mass and power to complete this upgrade. That's crazy. Crazy talk. Okay, so let's put this triad down here. And we'll get assistance from those guys. And why is he not... Oh, he's just waited to hit it with the things there. The mobile artillery. It'd be nice if he would just come in and kill me, because at this point it's going to be ridiculous. It's ridiculously one-sided. He really should just come in and end it all. He really should. I might just go back and have a quick look at Realtek drivers. while this is happening. This team still seems to be online. Alright. What is audio drivers? Alright, let's try that. How's the game going anyway? Oh yeah, it's well, he still hasn't killed me. Don't know why. For some reason he is ignoring my ACU. Doesn't seem like friendly. Streams find the game on the other. Oh, pfft. Yeah. Wow. What do you expect? Where is audio? Alright, we'll just try and grab a new driver anyway. It might break the stream. I didn't install the driver before, so that's definitely not what broke it. Windows 10. Yes, I'm running Windows 10. 420 megabytes for an audio driver. That's crazy. Alright. And let's grab that later again. Well, unfortunately, no more points for me for that match, but hey, whatever. Yeah, we'll grab those audio drivers. We'll see if it's going to make a difference. They are from the Zeus website. Who knows? So I hope all of you guys are 2644424K as the latest driver. Oh yes, I can see that there. Oh, I'll download that as well and compare that to the one from Zeus. 420 megabytes from the 14th. Actually, the one on the Zeus side is, no, that's from 2016. I was going to say it's later, but it's almost a year earlier. Alright, well, Realtek has obviously got really fast net because they downloaded just about straight away. That's cool. So yeah, I hope everyone that is watching is playing Ladder Week. What's this sound card being Realtek? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, the official Zeus driver is a Realtek driver. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, everyone that is watching, you guys should be playing Ladder Week. Doesn't matter if you're low rated, there's actually 4 divisions. We split into 4 different divisions. So whatever your rating is, there is a division for you. The top guy in every single one of those 4 divisions, and let me just move my camera down again. There we go. The top fella gets a avatar, a ladder warrior avatar. It's a cool little Spartan type helmet with a nice big crest and all the cool stuff like that. So you can definitely win that for yourself if you spam hard. There is still technically enough time left in Ladder Week to get to the top of that leaderboard. So I don't want to hear any excuses. You don't need any sleep for the next 2 days. Especially if you've got work, you can just call in sick because you're too tired. No, I don't condone that. Don't forget I said it. You want to restart the computer? Hopefully that's just a safety precaution thing and it doesn't actually matter. Alright, let's see if we can get another ladder match. searching, and boom, straight away. Oh, I hope that's not a cheeky person. Okay, let's bring up the game. Put our camera back up there. Yeah, that is the one that I ended up downloading. That one downloaded super quickly, which was awesome. The Asus website was chugging along really slowly when compared. So that is the one that I grabbed. Alright, I wonder if this is the same guy again, because we've got a super slow connection at getting the game up and running, which is exactly what we saw last time. So I'm in Division 3. Crumb, who is leading it, is 69 points, 32 wins. That's quite a mountain to climb. Don't know if that's going to be happening. So the game is still just hanging there. Refusing to die, but can't quite continue with the will to live either. Well, this is awesome. Great. Anyway, I thought I would wear my UEF uniform for the stream, because it might make me better. And actually it's kind of done the job so far. I've had... Hang on, let me look at my score. Where am I in the leaderboard? I'm up to 7 wins. I think I had like 4 wins maybe before. So I've had like 3 wins out of 5 matches or something silly, which is quite crazy for me. Maybe it means that I'm getting a little bit better. Maybe. Anyway, I'm about to give up on this match here because that's not really working. And actually, I'm just going to go and check the video stream on YouTube as well, because I'm trying that thing again where I am dual streaming it, and yeah, it looks like it's actually going out to that. And yeah, there's actually some comments on there. Alright, so the minimap is covering a large amount of the screen. Yes, my apologies. The reason for that is that normally for casting I have it zoomed out and rotated into a little 3D map, which looks, I think, pretty cool. But if I completely forget, then I'm going to end up with a giant map covering a bunch of the screen. Normally that would be rotated and a lot less intrusive. Alright, I'm just going to cancel that because that's a big fat fail. So normally it would be a lot less intrusive, but if I forget, then yeah, it's going to be sitting there, and instead of having most of the image keyed out and able to see the background, yeah, what do we get? A giant map in your face. Oops. Oh, here we go. We've got a loading screen this time, and I'll even try and zoom out for you as well. Oh, forbidden pass again. I do not do very well on this map. And we've got no sound at all. I'm going to have to restart the entire machine, I feel. This is terrible. Let me just find Spotify. We'll do 3 of those, a couple of scouts. We'll grab 2 tanks, one tank, NG tank, and then a bunch more NGs. I wonder if we're going to get any sound at all. for something like that. I'm feeling like the entire sound output is completely broken. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on the sound meter at all. That's a bit of a whoopsie. Now, I know you can edge build a factory here somewhere. That might just work. Just maybe. Alright, let's get another land factory. Power, land factory. Get our scouts up here. And let's stop reclaiming. Actually, let's cancel that build order and use this guy to do it. Oh, this is terrible. It's completely without sound right now. But I did remember to zoom out on the map on the right hand side, so you'll be pleased about that. So that is a slightly useful thing that I did do, which I am pleased about. We'll start spamming some units across to the right, I feel. Let's bring them all the way across there. And no, we really needed to build some more power before we did that. And that'll bring us up to 6 power generators. Oh, we've got the Hydra underway as well. Wow, this is terrible. Alright, let's bring a tank up there. Tank up. Well, we'll bring 2 tanks up there actually. And we'll get a radar to follow them. Alright, so that reclaim is really helping me out here because I'm totally out of energy. And it'll fund this Hydro build as well. Alright, and then when that gets completed, we'll be able to get to work on that guy there. And we've got a couple more energies on reclaim duty now as well, so that's definitely going to help out. So yeah, I've been doing particularly badly on this map. And I'm not exactly sure why, because I'm not really good enough yet to really pick what I do wrong too well. But we're giving it a go anyway because it is later week. Alright, how many power gens have we got at this point? Let's build a couple more. And then get an air factory up because we've just been scouted. And oh, I really need to get that ACU underway. Alright, let's just focus fire on that Mantis. Oh nice, we're chasing it down at range, getting free shots. Hey, that's brilliant. And we'll build a factory up there so we can get a bit more of a presence. Alright, I'll build a T1 mobile AA out of there. These guys here, they can move a bit closer. We've actually got more than enough at the moment. More than enough power. Let's go around there. So we've got a factory up, which is nice. We've got our mobile AA out. We can get that. He's actually scouting with an interceptor at the moment, which is interesting. And we also do need to... Oh, there goes the bomber. Oh, what a good bomb from him. What a good effort, dude. How far away from getting an interceptor out? He's going to try and punish me for not having any air. he's going for the Hydro. The small wrinkle in his plan is because I'm so bad at this game, I built way more than I needed in terms of power. So yeah, taking out that Hydro is actually not going to do a huge amount of good stuff for him. Alright, so that's gonna go in my favor. And we'll just get some replacement engine. Oh my god, what is with the stupid number of bombers that he is putting together? That's just crazy. Are they going to be... Oh no, that's way too many bombs to dodge. What is... It's Your Funeral rated 850 and he's just spamming bombers like crazy. We'll just build a couple of factories down here to continue spamming this way. Wow, he has invested a lot into those bombers. Alright, we are fine down here because we've got that factory. Let's get some more of these guys. Wow, he is going really hard with air. Okay, that's a new strategy that I haven't really run into before. Going super hard with bombers. It's Your Funeral. That sounds familiar. I'm just going to quit this one because that was a giant waste of time. Hey, oh, there we go. It's got a countdown on it. Alright. Sure it was a good game. Yeah, a great game. Can't say that I've actually had like 20 T1 bombers built against me. I feel like 850 is not that kind of play, or actually maybe super stupid noob play indeed. Right, let's see if we can get... Oh, there we go, another game. Wow, later games are coming thick and fast at the moment, which is interesting and nice. 1500 global rating. Is that what It's Your Funeral is? Yeah, I didn't think that was quite the kind of play. Like, he punished me way harder than a noob player would punish me for not building that air factory early on. So he saw that I hadn't built air, which was my fault because I suck. And then he just absolutely went to town building Tech 1 bombers and just spammed them everywhere. So all of my forces, didn't matter if I had more land forces or not, for pushing across the map, because he just spammed the living daylights out of Tech 1 bombers. What's he looking like in the ladder leaderboard? It's Your Funeral. Okay, so he's in Division 3, apparently. He has got 851 ladder rating. So he might be one of those guys who's going to spam games with a underused ladder account and rack up lots of easy wins. The only saving grace for that is that after they start to do that, they actually get a big boost in rating and have to actually play people their own level. So yeah, they'll get a few easy wins at the start, but it won't last forever. But I'm not having much luck with this loading screen again. It seems to be a little bit stuck. Cancel and search. Yes. I have to keep moving the camera so that it's not in the way of the leaderboard there. So you're really impressed with the amount of points that these guys have managed to put together. 73 for Feather. Wow, 69 for Crumb. We don't have an official award for whoever gets the most points out of everyone. It's just that those top 4 guys are going to get their ladder avatars. But yeah, it's nice to see there's a bit of competition going on. Oh, okay. Firstly, it's Eridani. I have not played this map. I'm going to be extremely terrible. And secondly, I forgot to kill the stream and restart my computer. So, yeah. But I did remember to shrink the minimap. There's that. Alright, what is the plan with this? This is just a crazy... I'm going to need to have lots of defense groups all over these engineers. Because we've got effectively 3 lanes, but they branch like crazy. So we've got along the left, bottom to the left, we've got up to the top and right, and then we've got through this mess in the center. And I've watched a couple of quick replays on this, but jeepers, it is a messy looking map. You always end up with some crazy stuff going on. But I will try and remember after this to go and restart so I can hopefully get some sound. Alright, so you can follow him. You can go to the left, I think, and then go that way. This would be the plan, I guess. And what do we got? We'll get a couple more power generators, and we'll go for a couple more land factories. Alright, let's try and keep you alive. And then I guess after we've finished this, actually let's not get punished so badly for air again. So let's go to 8 air factories and 8 power gens and then an air factory. Alright, you can follow that NG because he's the next most important because he's building 2 mass extractors and there's some reclaim up there as well. So let's queue that up. Is this how the pros do it? Just spam clicks? I don't know, something like that. Anyway, something like that. Alright, so we've got some mass extractors happening up there. We've got 1 tank on guard duty. We've got another tank here, so let's throw him up there. We need a little bit more power. We're building it, so I think we'll be okay. Let's send, oh, there we go. There is a air factory out. That must have been second air. I'm going to build a couple of T1AA first because there's not going to be so many raids, I think, coming. But we're probably going to see a bomber. Probably. Yeah. So let's try and get that air factory up as quickly as we can. And what to do with this NG? Let's just send him out that way. Oh, look, there's a bomber. And a giant surprise to absolutely no one. We have got a bomber. And he's down. So those preemptive AAs are, yeah, really quite helpful in this case. And I will mix in a little bit of T1AA because I feel like he's going to continue trying to push that. So we're going to send those up to the right. We've got a couple more NGs out. At the moment, we're really looking like not much mass. I'm going to need, well, what's the best plan here? A few more power gens. We'll grab a couple of interceptors, a scout, and then I think maybe a transport. Oh, I don't really have a lot of eco for that. Let's move the ACU up and try and keep him alive. Let's stop any potential bombing. Okay, so that's a bit of a fail there from me because I didn't notice that went down. Is that still getting hit from somewhere? Oh, yeah, there we go. Interesting, he's just taking out the mass extractor. It's obviously a very important mass extractor. Alright. We've got quite a lot of mass at the moment. We need a few more factories up and running. We're kind of expanding reasonably-ish across the map. How's that first inti going? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so down goes the bomber. Let's get some intel on that. Let's continue building. Alright, do we have any AA? Yeah, let's send one unit of AA up with them. Actually, let's do that last. And we've got a transport out now, but he's killed all our engineers. Well, isn't that just a bit daft of me? Well, we'll build a couple more NGs. And we'll send those guys out this way. Get the ACU out to try and build that. Alright, let's get those factories back. No, not there. We need proper adjacency, please. Whoops. Oh well. Alright, let's move that up. He's, yeah, been really slow at expanding. Alright, let's grab another engineer. Phase 3, yeah. Chuck them on the transport. We'll also build a factory or two when that's done, because we've got plenty of mass because we're a noob. Well, there's a lot wrong with this stream anyway, because we have not got any sound, which is quite a problem. Alright, so we've got this transport. Let's drop one guy there. Let's drop another guy here, and another guy there. Wow. How to not spend all of your mass. Alright, so we're going to take out that there. Let's pop a radar down before we go and stock up on mass there. Let's just upgrade, because why the heck not? Because we've done such a bad job of our eco that we've got heaps and heaps. Oh. Okay, so we've got the ACU moving up in the center there. Might as well try and pump a couple of tanks out. Why is that not impacting on the factory? I would have thought it should be on hitting the factory. I can see a stream of support units that he's got. Let's also redirect this stream of units. We will just back up a little bit with this ACU. Pull build another radar in here. Actually, we're just cutting off his reinforcements. That's really what we're doing. We'll grab that 1 NG and we're going to throw him up on this corner plateau up here. And he's bringing his units in one by one. So that's a little bit of a mistake because they can get picked off reasonably easily. And he's got a little bit of an expansion going on here. We've got a couple of units required over this way. And we've actually got enough to really push forward right now. I do need to do a little bit more scouting, and I forgot to add scouts into the queue there, so we'll just use an interceptor for now. And that'll be his ACU in the middle there. So we actually have the potential to sandwich him a little bit. Alright, and let's do some building that way. Out of these factories here. Oh, ghetto gunships. What? I've actually got a bit of AA mixed in there. I'm going to push forward with those. How long have I got till a ghetto gunship kills my ACU? Oh, he's actually decided to head away and not do that. That's interesting. So yeah, I'm going to just push up this way. Oh my god, look at my absolutely terrible job of managing my eco. Oh dear. Okie dokie, we could definitely do with a radar, so let's build a couple more of those, and we'll fly a scout over the top. He's putting together an emergency point defense. Let's not stick around. Need some more NGs. Where are all my blinking engineers? There's one. Oh, nice adjacency on that hydro there. Alright, so don't know what the purpose of this was. There's definitely nowhere near enough units to make a difference in there. And not enough units there to make anything happen, but we can start pumping out. Actually, we're not really needing to worry about that too much anymore. We're doing quite well on the left side here. We're still wasting mass like an idiot, like a complete retard. we've got some NGs now. Let's load them up and drop them. Alright, how we get on with those? Come on, jump on board. Alright, let's go and drop one there, one here, one here, and one here. Man, he's got a lot of mass extractor upgrades. And how did I manage to balls up the power so badly? Oh, so he did go for an upgrade. He went for Tech 2 and he just built a triad. So let's just go and charge him down because that's ridiculous. And there's my complete lack of commander under attack warnings. So now he's got 2 triads online. So let's just charge on in. In fact, if we can wrap him up and stop him getting back in the water, that would be nice. We might be able to do it. Oh yeah, nice. Wow, that's cool. Oh, that was better than I deserved. Hey Moonbear, how you going? I'm actually going to have to restart this computer because the audio, you may have noticed, is completely crapped out on me. And I have put new drivers on, but they say they need a restart, so I will have to go offline for a couple of minutes and sort it out. Alright, so I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back.